Hey guys, Team Pokemon here, and today we're giving tips and tricks for the Johto Tour event and how you can optimize your gameplay. Let's get right into it with tip number one. It's going to be Pokeballs. You're going to want to save up your Pokeballs, Great Balls, Ultra Balls for this event because honestly, you're going to be catching so much, you're going to need them. You're really going to need them. So I'm setting the bar at 750. That's the minimum for this event of all three combined, right? Pokeballs, Great Balls, Ultra Balls. That's the minimum. I'm aiming for about 1200, and I'm going to be in a place that has stops literally at every turn. So that shows you need these Pokeballs. You're going to be catching so many Pokemon. You're going to need to be stocked up, and you don't want to run out of Pokeballs during an event and then you hit a shiny and you're like, oh, I don't have Pokeballs to catch it. Honestly, that would be just depressing. So make sure you guys stack up your Pokeballs and just make sure you have enough for the event and optimize your gameplay by having enough Pokeballs. Next, we're going to talk about berries. Now, definitely bring along some regular Razzes, but if you have the potential and you have a bunch of golden Razzes, that's going to fully optimize your gameplay. I mean, it just makes catching Pokemon way easier with the golden Razzes. You just want those in your storage. If you can get over 100, perfect. If you can only get 50 or 75, okay, use it on the Pokemon you need it for, but like shinies and all that, make it easier to catch them. But I would definitely recommend over 100. Right now I am on an insane amount. I don't want to talk about it but yeah, I'm probably around like 300. So yeah, just a lot, and I'm just saving them for this events like this where just make it so much easier to catch these Pokemon. Now in terms of Pineapps, if you need something, if you know you need something like Larvitar, you want a bunch of candy, never have to catch for it again, go ahead. Silver Pineapps are also great because it helps also make the catching chances much higher. So yeah, I would bring along Silver Pineapps and stuff. Obviously, don't delete those from your storage, but Pineapps, like regular Pineapps, I don't know if you're really going to need them. Nanobs, I mean, really you don't need them. I would probably delete those, but yeah, optimize bag storage, so you're going to have to let something go. Golden Razzes definitely got to stay. Next, we're going to talk about Pokemon storage space. Moving right into it, you're going to need a lot. You're going to need probably at least 1,000 Pokemon storage space. You're going to be catching everything. You don't want to have to transfer during the event, so do it before. Simple. Do it throughout this week. Just get rid of Pokemon that you do not need. Look at your 3 stars. If you have a hundo of something, just you don't need the 3 stars. Like honestly, you don't need them, and honestly, I would say at least 30% of your bag storage should be open. If you don't have like 3,000 plus, 30%. Just a third of your bag space should be open for this event. I would recommend 1,000 spots, but it's all up to you. I would say just honestly get rid of those low star Pokemon that you don't need anymore, and honestly maybe transfer some shinies or transfer them to Pokemon Home or something. All up to you. Next, we go into Incubators. Now, we all know Tyrogue locked behind eggs. It's a baby Pokemon. It's not really going to be in the wild. I do not believe so, at least. They haven't announced the habitats as I'm speaking, as I'm recording this video, but 2K eggs are probably going to have Tyrogue and some crazy stuff in there, and probably have some boosted odds. I mean, we have boosted Cleffa and Igglybuff, I believe, in Gold and Silver, so something's going to happen. These 2K eggs might be a little bit cracked. You might want to hatch them. Now, is it worth incubating these things? Honestly, I don't know. It's all up to you. I mean, it's going to be quarter hatch distance for people with tickets. So that is literally a 2K egg is going to be half a kilometer. So if you're moving and you want to just go one by one, go ahead. I think that's not a bad idea. But I do think maybe a little bit super incubators are going to make them literally nothing. It's going to be nothing to hatch these eggs. So if you really want to just get 100 eggs, you can have your super incubators ready. I would recommend maybe a little bit, maybe 12K eggs, save them up and get that quarter hatch distance, and then go into the 2K eggs. So that would you be using your incubators. But yeah, 12Ks wouldn't be the worst idea in the world, I think. But besides that, let's get right into raids. Now, raids. Okay, first off, if you're getting the ticket, use every single one of your passes. Do not waste the free stuff they're giving you. They're giving you 9 free passes and 3 remotes. You better use all 12 of those. I'm telling you right now. So what do you want to raid? Probably Lugia, Corsola, stuff. Let's say if you're in a region that doesn't have Corsola or Heracross, definitely raid those. If you don't already have Shiny Heracross, definitely raid those too, because you're probably not going to see too many of them, honestly. Now, if we're talking about Lugia and Ho-Ho, I would recommend doing a decent chunk of raids for those. If you have gold version, you're going to get boosted shiny odds, and if you have silver version, you get boosted shiny odds for Lugia. You might as well use up your raid passes, the free ones, and then if you want to go even further than that, go ahead and go further than that. Maybe look for Discord servers like I have. I don't have one myself, but I am in one that, you know, they have raids from all over the globe. You can get some the night before if you don't want to raid too much during the actual event. Or if you have a group of friends, boom, you guys get raids done easily. Make sure again to use those 12 free passes that they're giving you. Now we move on to Incense, Star Piece, and Lucky Eggs. Should you be using them? How many should you use? Let's get right into it. So we're going to start off with Incenses. You're going to need 12 if they do not have the 3-hour durations. I know it's a lot, sounds like a lot, but they're pretty cheap bundles. I believe it's 250 coins or something like that for 8, which is a really good deal, honestly. And you're going to need a lot of them for this event because you got to use them to take full advantage of this event and optimize your gameplay. Now, in terms of Star Piece, I mean, really, if you're going to hatch a lot of eggs, I would recommend it. But really just try to put them on or have them on when you're hatching like a bunch of eggs. Maybe if you saved up those 12k eggs, the 12Ks, put it on for sure when those are about to hatch, because you want to take full advantage of that, and you're gonna be catching a lot of stuff. So maybe you do want to put on star pieces if you have like a crazy amount of extra star pieces. Go ahead and use them. I would recommend maybe saving them for a Triple Stardust Community Day, but that's probably a couple months away. So if you think you can, you know, upgrade until then, like get some of those star pieces back, then I would honestly just recommend maybe using them, because you're gonna be catching literally so much. And then in terms of eggs, lucky eggs, no, I would say no, unless you're gonna do like 20 raids in an hour. I would not put on a lucky egg. I don't think it's very worth it. I know you're catching a lot of stuff, but I think there's much better uses of a lucky egg. For example, through triple catch XP, which could be our next community day or the one after that. So I would recommend that. Now, hourly habitats have not been announced as I'm recording this video yet. They have not been announced. A little bit frustrating, but we move. And I'm just going to give you a little bit what I think maybe was spawn. So something, maybe 1 Pokemon or 2 Pokemon. But the hours, I'll give those first. New Barktown is going to be 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., your local time. So that's the very first town. Probably going to have the starters. Probably going to have Hoo-Hoo, maybe Chinchou, Mareep, stuff like that. Could be a big, honestly, could be very good if you need those starters. But we move on to the next one. Violet City, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., and then 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pretty good. Maybe Onyx Slugma here, Wooper, Sunkern, stuff like that. We'll see. And then for the next two, National Park will be 11 a.m. to noon, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. And then Mount Silver, noon to 1 p.m., 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. local time. And then 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. everything is going to be spawning. Sorry. And then National Park, I don't really know what's going to be spawning then. Honestly, I've looked through it. I'm sure there's going to be something big there. But I'm not too familiar with National Park fully, like it spawns. So we move to Mount Silver. That's probably going to be the hour where Golbat's going to be spawning, but I don't think it's going to be shiny, so not too important. But besides that, that's really everything. I mean, they're going to announce these habitat spawns soon. I'm going to make a whole nother video on that. But when this is being recorded, they still haven't announced it, and it's Tuesday, the 22nd. So we're a couple days out and they still haven't announced it. A little bit frustrating, but hey, it's okay. Tips and tricks that you guys can use for sure here. Make sure to stack up on those Pokeballs. Maybe get rid of a little bit of revives. I know you might be raiding, but you're going to get them back in raids anyways. Back from the raid, sorry. And I don't think it's too useful to carry maybe 100 something revives when you're really not going to need it too much, when you need more Pokeballs. I would definitely recommend throwing away and discarding revives and hyper potions for stuff like Pokeballs, Great Balls, Ultra Balls, honestly. But besides that, that's pretty much going to wrap it up. Make sure you guys have a great time during this event. Don't forget, it's all about the fun. And I know you want these shinies, but don't get too frustrated if you don't get a shiny you really want. It might come back later and you might have another chance to get it. So make sure you leave, like, and subscribe, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.